Abhivadaye. This is the continuation of the detailed explanation of Aditya Hrudayam Stotram. For recitation of the Stotram, check this video. You will also find the link below in the description of this video. Also, there is part 1, part 2 and part 3 of this series. You can watch them after watching this video too. For those who have not watched the first 3 parts, very quickly I want to tell you the basics. It is a reminder for those who have already watched the part 1, 2 and 3. Basically there are 3 levels of looking at sun, and also the meaning of the Aditya Hrudayam Stotram can be analyzed from these 3 levels. First level is looking at the sun as a mass of hot gases that is providing us with light and warmth and much more. Second level is looking at the sun as God, considering him as a form of God who is taking care of us. And third level is looking at sun as a representation of the inner light within us, the Atman, which is unchanging even if my physical body, my thoughts and emotions are changing. I will be taking up the first and last viewpoints in explaining the meaning. That is from the viewpoint of the physical sun and from the viewpoint of the internal sun, the Atman. The 14th verse goes like this. Atapi mandali mrityuhu pingala sarvatapanaha kavir vishvo mahateja raktas sarva bhavodbhavaha. Atapi is Atapaha asya asti iti atapi, meaning one who possesses heat. Atapaha in Sanskritam means heat. With respect to the Atman within, the etymology is asamantat tapaha jagan nirmana sankalpaha asya asti iti atapi. Here asamantat tapaha means wholly into tapas, that is completely into severe meditation. Tapa alochane iti dhatuhu. The word tapaha has the meaning of contemplation or meditation, and the tapas or severe meditation here is jagan nirmana sankalpaha, which is the determination to create this world. Asamanta tapaha jagan nirmana sankalpaha asya asti iti atapi. That is, one who is completely into the tapas of making this world is atapi. This obviously refers to the Brahman. Then mandali is mandalam, vrittakaraha bimbaha asya asti iti mandali. One whose represented form is in the form of a circle. From our childhood, when we are asked to draw a sun, we always represent him in the form of a circle. This word mandali is from the dhatu, the root word mand, which means to decorate. Mandyate anena Jnana Kirana Samuhaihi iti mandali. One who is decorated by the rays of knowledge is called mandali. The Brahman is attained through so many paths, so many different streams of knowledge. Only a poet can see and describe this so beautifully. The physical sun is decorated by many rays, and the internal sun, the Atman, is decorated by many streams of knowledge. I was in awe when I read this. Next is Mrityuhu. Mrityuhu virodhi nivartakaha, which means one who removes obstacles or obstructive forces is called Mrityuhu. Sarva Mrityu Sampadakaha, one who is the culmination point of all Mrityu. When during the final dissolution, when everything ceases to exist, everything dissolves into the Brahman only. Then the word Pingalaha. Udaya Samaye Pingala Varnatvat Pingalaha, because he is of Pingala color during sunrise. Pingala is a yellowish color in Sanskritam. Also, another beautiful deeper meaning of this word Pingalaha is Pingala Nadi Pravartanena Karma Marga Pravartakaha iti arthaha. As I had told before, there are totally 72,000 nadis in our body. These are not physically seen, but they are energy channels. Though there are 72,000 such channels, these 72,000 branch out from mainly 3 main channels, which are Ida, Pingala and Sushumna. I had spoken about Sushumna in the previous video. Ida Nadi is also called Chandra Nadi. It cools down the body and relaxes us. Pingala Nadi is called Surya Nadi. It generates heat in the body and it keeps us active. Ida Nadi is in the left side of the body and Pingala Nadi is in the right side. At any given point, either Ida will be more active or Pingala will be more active, and accordingly you will feel either very lethargic or relaxed or active. You can check this by checking the flow of prana through your nostril. If the flow is stronger in the left side, it means Ida is more active, and at that time mostly you are cooler and you are less active. If flow of prana is more in the right nostril, then it means Pingala Nadi is more dominant at that point of time, and you will mostly be active at that time. This keeps changing throughout the day. Sometimes flow happens equally through both nostrils. At that time you will be in a very balanced state. Not lazy, but not very active also, but very balanced. Here Pingalaha means Pingala Nadi Pravartanena. By invoking the Pingala Nadi, which is also called Surya Nadi, Karma Marga Pravartaka, one who makes us get into the action mode. The Atman is the one who keeps the nadis active, and by keeping the Pingala Nadi active, it keeps us on the track of engaging in some activities. So it refers to the Atman. Also, this meaning is associated with the sun because our Pingala Nadi is related to the sun. Ida Nadi is related to the moon. My mind was blown away when I came to know the actual meaning of this word Pingalaha. Next word is Sarvatapanaha. Sarvan api madhyahne tapayati iti sarvatapanaha, meaning one who heats up everything especially during afternoon when the sun's power is at its peak. With respect to the Brahman, it is Sarvatapaha, that is Yugapat Sakalanda Samharakaha. Tapa also means to burn. The Supreme Brahman is the one who can just burn the various worlds at once, which he does during the Great Dissolution. Next is Kavihi. Kavihi Panditaha. Vyakaranadi Sarvashastra Pravartakaha. A scholar is also called Kavihi. We all know how great a scholar Lord Hanuman is. And do you know from whom he got all the knowledge? His teacher was Surya, sun. So you can imagine how knowledgeable sun is. Also the commentary says, Kavihi Vidita Khila Vedyaha, meaning one who knows about everything that is. This applies to the Atman and also to the sun. The sun can see everything. If you want to know how great a scholar Hanuman was, with references directly from Valmiki Ramayanam, then click on this link. I will leave the link to this video also in the description. Then the sun is called Vishwaha, which is Vishwa Nirvahakaha Vishwaha, one who runs this world. Our lives and the functioning of this earth is completely dependent on sun. So definitely he runs this world, and so does the Atman. Then the sun is called Mahatejaha, which is Mahanti Tejamsi Yasya Saha, meaning one who has great brightness. Again it applies to the sun as well as the Atman. We can see the brightness of the sun with our eyes, but the brightness of the Atman can only be experienced. I had made a video on how the light of all lights is within us by quoting many shlokas from various texts. I will leave the link to this video also in the description. Next word is Raktaha, which means one who is red in color. Among the various shades of colors that the sun takes, red is also one of them. Also Raktaha stands for Sarveshu Anuraktaha Raktaha, meaning one who loves everyone. The Brahman loves everyone equally. The Brahman is nothing but pure unconditional love. Next is Sarva Bhavodbhavaha, which is Sarvesham Bhavaha Samsaraha Udbhavati Asmatiti Sarva Bhavodbhavaha, meaning everybody's life arises because of him. Again this applies to the sun and the Atman. Nakshatra Graha Taranam Adhipo Vishwabhavanaha Tejasamapi Tejasvi Dvadashatman Namostute. The first word here is Nakshatra Graha Taranam Adhipaha. That is Nakshatranam Grahanam Taranam Cha Adhipaha, the Lord of all the stars and Grahas, which is not equal to planets in English. Also if you notice, it mentions Nakshatra and Tara. You might think, aren't they the same? Actually they are not the same. Tara refers to the star, whereas Nakshatra represents the daily movement of moon across the fixed stars. There are only 27 nakshatras, but there are infinite number of taras. Sun is the center of the solar system, so he is the lord of all these celestial objects. Also, nakshatra grahataranam adhipaha is nakshatra grahataranam antaryami iti arthaha, meaning one who is present within all the stars and planets. Obviously, this refers to the all-pervading Brahman. Next is Vishwa Bhavanaha, which is Vishwam Bhavayati, Sthapayati iti Vishwa Bhavanaha. One who sustains this world again applies to the Brahman and the sun. Then Tejasamapi Tejasvi, meaning one who is brightest of all bright objects. There are many bright objects like fire, moon, stars, etc. But the sun is the brightest of all, and the Atman is said to be even more brighter than the sun. Check out my video on light of all lights to know more. Next word is Dvadashatman. Dvadasha Atmano Murtayo Asya Asti iti Dvadashatman, meaning one who has 12 different forms. These 12 different forms are associated with each of the 12 months. What are his 12 different forms? The commentary quotes this verse from the Smriti Grantha, which gives the complete list of all his 12 forms. Indro Dhata Bhagav Pusha Mitrotha Varuno Yama Archir Vivaswan Tvashtacha Savita Vishnu Evacha. So the 12 forms of sun are named Indraha, Dhata, Bhagaha, Pusha, Mitraha, Varunaha, Yamaha, Archihi, Vivaswan, Tvashta, Savita and Vishnu. Another etymology for this is Dvadasha Mandalantar Vartin Dvadashatman, meaning one who fills up the 12 mandalas. Namostute is nothing but Namaha Astu Te, meaning may this bowing down be done unto you. Next shloka is Namah Purvaya Giraye Paschimaya Namaha Jyotirgananam Pataye Dinadhipataye Namaha. Namah Purvaya Giraye is one who rises in the eastern mountain. Girihi is mountain and Purvaha is east. Paschimaya Namaha is one who sets in the western mountain. Adrihi means mountain in Sanskrit. To this kind of sun who rises in the east and sets in the west, Namaha, meaning salutations. Jyotirgananam Pataye, meaning the head of all light beings, which means star, fire, etc. Anything that generates light. Also Jyotirgananam Pataye means Muktanam Pataye, meaning the lord of all light beings, that is the people who have attained freedom from the cycle of birth and death. Only if a person surrenders to the Atman and comes out of the clutches of the mind and ego can he become free. So Atman is the lord of the Muktas. Then Dinadhipatihi is Dinasya Adhipatihi, which means the lord of the day, which is none other than our dear sun. Jayaya Jaya Bhadraya Haryashvaya Namo Namaha. Namo Namah Sahasramsho Adityaya Namo Namaha. Jayaya means to Jaya, but the word here is Jayaha, which is Jayati iti Jayaha, one who is victorious. Also Jayanti Anena Samsaram iti Jayaha, meaning because of him people win over this samsara. That is, people cross over this samsara because of him, which is the Atman. If we connect and listen to our Atman for guidance and act accordingly, then our life becomes more easier. Then Jayabhadraya, again this means to Jayabhadra, but the word is Jayabhadraha, which is Jayabhadrayoho Pradata, meaning the one who gives Jaya, which is victory, and Bhadra, which is auspiciousness, positivity. Haryashvaya again means to the Haryashvaha, which is Harihi Ashvaha, which means dark colored horse. The commentary says Shyamaha Ashvaha. Shyamaha is generally translated as black. It is actually dark colored. It can be dark green also. With respect to the Atman, the etymology of Hari is mesmerizing. Hari is from the Dhatu Hr, which means to take away. What does Hari take away from us? The commentary says Harati Ashesham Ajnanam iti Harihi, meaning one who takes away ignorance completely without leaving any remainder. Ashvaha is from the root word Ash, which stands for Ashu Vyaptav, meaning one who pervades everything. Sahasramshu is one who has thousands of rays. We had seen the meaning in detail before too of similar words. The same applies here. And we had also seen the meaning of the word Aditya in great detail. So this verse is again saying salutations to the sun, but instead of saying just Suryaya Namaha, it gives the various names of sun and says to this kind of sun, my salutations. I hope you all liked this video. If you did, then please click the like button, and also in the comments section please write that one word from the Aditya Hrudayam Stotram whose meaning you liked the most, or the one name of the sun whose meaning mesmerized you and made you feel, wow, there is so much depth in the meaning of this word. For me, there are many names which I liked, but the word Pingala was extraordinary. The way it is related to the sun, the Atman, the Nadis, the yogic signs of breathing, it really mesmerized me. Also, if you liked this video, please hit the like button and do share it with other interested people. And if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. That will definitely help me in growing this channel. Agree